Finley the Fox and the Whispering Map. Finley was a small fox with a quiet heart. He didn't shout, he didn't run, he wandered. He liked watching bugs make tiny homes in tree bark. He liked sniffing leaves that smelled like rain. He liked asking questions even if no one answered. One morning, while walking a path he knew by heart, Finley saw something strange. It was tucked under a pebble, smooth and glowing, a piece of parchment, soft, old, glowing at the corners. Finley pawed it gently, and the map whispered, "Follow the trail and find what's true. There are 3 little riddles waiting for you." Finley tilted his head. "Me?" he said, smiling a little. The map shimmered like it was saying yes, so Finley tucked it beneath his arm and stepped quietly onto the trail that it showed. The trail curved through misty moss and sunlight. Soon Finley arrived at a tree with silver bark and leaves that sang in the wind, soft and high like lullabies. A wooden small door opened in the trunk. A card fluttered out. On it, a riddle read, "I don't have hands, but I can still chime. I have no mouth, yet I tell time." Finley blinked. He paced. He said, It doesn't take, but it talks. It doesn't speak, but it tells you when." Then he smiled. A clock. The tree gave a slow musical creak. Its leaves shimmered like silver coins. The map whispered in reply, "Clue 1. Found with care and calm, the quiet mind brings quiet charm." Finley tucked the card away. His tail swished happily. The next path led through ferns and soft dirt. It opened into a small glassy pond. Above it sat a snow-white owl with kind eyes. She nodded to Finley. "To pass," she said, "you must remember the question you once asked in a moment of worry." Finley leaned forward. Suddenly, the water echoed in his voice. "What do I do when I feel all mixed up inside?" Finley stared at his reflection. He felt his chest grow warm. Then he whispered, "I don't have to fix it all at once. I can just breathe, pause, and keep going when I'm ready." The owl blinked slowly, like a nod. The pond rippled with soft silver circles. The map unrolled slightly and whispered, "Clue 2. Gentle and true. The answer lives quietly inside you." The trail curved again up a quiet hill where the wind smelled like honey and pine. Fireflies blinked on both sides of the path, lighting the way like tiny lanterns. Finley padded forward until he found a stone shaped like a fox's paw, and next to it, the last riddle appeared. "I grow when you wander, I shrink when you shout. I open like morning when you're figuring things out." Finley closed his eyes. He didn't rush. He remembered the owl, the tree, the water. "It's curiosity," he said softly. "It's the part of me that keeps asking." The fireflies blinked brighter. The stars above seemed to nod, and the map glowed gold as it whispered, "Clue 3. You walk the way, the heart that wanders lights the day." Finley stood on the hilltop. The forest below sparkled with little lights. The wind was warm and full of pine needles and possibility. The map floated gently from his paw, spinning once in the air. Then it opened one last time, slowly, and said, "The trail was never just out there. It lives in your careful paws, your quiet questions, your brave little heart. You are the trail, and the wonder starts with you." Finley looked out at the hills. He didn't need the map anymore, but he kept it anyway because it reminded him of how much he already knew. He smiled and stepped toward the next trail, his tail swishing behind him like a little flag.